Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. This is kind of like present day me talking to you after I've actually edited all the vlog together. Just to say hello because I didn't actually introduce the vlog properly, and just to kind of explain why the vlog has gone up on a Wednesday. Basically had some very technical issues with, technical difficulties, with the memory card. Basically lost a lot of footage from last week, which is really annoying. So yeah, just did not have the footage that I wanted to create a full vlog, so decided to just push it back by a couple of days. So sorry to those of you who wanted it on Sunday morning, but yeah, I just thought I need to do a bit more to bulk out the vlog. Also, because of some social engagements coming up this weekend, so there won't be another vlog now until, hold on, let me just get my phone and check the date. After this vlog, the next vlog will be on the 4th of July. That is because this weekend I just have some plans and some social engagements that I just feel like I'm going to get so caught up in that I just won't vlog. So I just think for the benefit of the vlogs and you as a viewer, it's best that I just wait and then do my next vlog on the 4th of July. Also, just was watching this vlog back after editing it, and I feel quite low energy. Well, like when I was watching it, I felt quite low energy, and I think that is partially due to just the build-up, the hormonal build-up to that time of the month, and maybe just like a combination of heat. I'm not sure. Just sometimes you get those weeks where you're really high energy, and then weeks where you're a bit low energy, and I felt like that throughout this vlog. So I do apologise if it came across like that. Anyway, without further ado, let this week's vlog commence. Hello, another hot weather OOTD for you all. St Agni tote again, which is just the tote that I'm wearing every day at the moment. I'm just going to take it off so I can show you more of the details of this dress. This was from Arket last year, but I actually think they've re-released it this year. It's a very, very good, simple, long, lightweight black dress. Just perfect for this weather. Oh, the doorbell. Apologies for any burst eardrums. That doorbell is so loud, it goes straight through me, and I have no way of adjusting the volume on it at all because it comes out of an intercom that doesn't have any buttons on it apart from one button to let people into the building, and that's it. So yeah, every time it either makes me jump or slightly deafens me. Back to the dress. So it's just this very long, very lightweight, it's quite a thin cotton, so it feels super breathable, and has a really nice back detail. This bit here is elasticated, so it's very comfortable, but what I like is that this isn't too loose that it sort of gapes. Sometimes with dresses that have a low back that's quite loose, I do worry that someone could look down it and see my bottom. I don't like, is that something I should be worried about? Is that quite presumptuous that someone would try and do that? I don't know, I'm always a bit paranoid that someone taller than me could just sort of have a peer down if they wanted and they'd see my my Marks and Spencer's, my beautiful Marks and Spencer's pants, and then the Row Ginza flip-flops. Almost forgot the name of them. So yeah, a very simple outfit today, but would you expect anything less from me? Hello and welcome to the sponsored portion of this week's vlog. Now, regular vlog viewers will know that from time to time I do partner up with Farfetch to create some sponsored vlog content, and I have partnered up with them again this month on a slightly longer term basis. So over the next 3 months I will be creating one sponsored vlog a month in partnership with Farfetch, and what will happen within that vlog is that I will pick some items from the Farfetch website based on a theme or a key message or a brief that Farfetch set. Also, working with Farfetch is great because it means I get to offer you a discount code of 10%. So I'll pop that on the screen here, but I will also put it in the description box along with all the T's and C's. So if you've had your eye on something on Farfetch, I know I've certainly always got my eye on something from that website. Hopefully that will be helpful. If you aren't aware of Farfetch or you've not tried Farfetch before or been on their website, what Farfetch is it's a platform that houses lots of shops and independent boutiques. Sorry, that was a bit of a tongue twister. From all around the globe. So when you're shopping on Farfetch, you could be supporting a small boutique in Italy, a boutique in Japan, Australia, you never know. But when you do shop Farfetch, you can kind of shop safely knowing that you are supporting a small independent somewhere from around the globe. Farfetch is awesome because it's a platform that has a lot of new emerging designers on, so it's always a great place to discover someone new. Every time I'm browsing on there, I normally do discover a new designer that I've not heard of before. There's also a great selection of pre-loved designer items on there, and also Farfetch is great because personally for me, if I'm trying to hunt down something that's sold out or hard to find for some reason, Farfetch normally has it, simply because of the amount of shops that they have within the platform and the variation of brands and items. 9 times out of 10 what I'm looking for is found through Farfetch, which is quite handy. Anyway, I'll get into the good stuff. I'll show you what I've picked out this month. So this month Farfetch gave me the theme of choosing positively. They wanted me to pick out some bits that felt more positive. They wanted some good vibes, which I think is great because it means I have to think more about what I'm choosing in terms of like a conscious way, I guess, but also I guess pick out items that feel positive to me and make me feel good. So I was thinking, what has made me feel really, really good recently? Like what is making me feel a lot more positive at the moment? And I think it's safe to say that getting back into running and being more active is certainly making me feel a lot better in myself. Quite a few people have commented on the vlogs recently saying that I feel a lot more lighter, a lot more brighter. They feel like I'm projecting myself in a much more relaxed way. I just feel, it seems like I'm in a much better place. And I can certainly feel that in myself. So it's really nice that that is kind of being communicated through the camera as well. Obviously that is through several different external factors that have attributed to that, but a massive part of that has been getting back into running because it's something that I love so much and makes me feel so much better about myself. So I was thinking this is a great way to treat myself to some new activewear, because if you've watched my running Q&A, you will know I do not treat myself to new activewear very often. I've been running in the same leggings for about, I don't even want to know for how many years, but I noticed the other day on the bum area, the elastic started to come through. You know, when it starts to do that white thing where it kind of looks all like furry? Yeah, it started to do that. So it won't be long before that probably splits mid-run. Unfortunately, everything I've picked out is black, which isn't great for showing up and holding to the camera. So what I'll do is also insert some cutaways of me against a plain blank backdrop so you can actually see the pieces on and see the details and see the fit a bit more. So I've got 2 tops and 2 pairs of leggings. So I'll show you the tops first because they are both from the same brand. A brand called Live the Process, which is a US-based brand, I believe, that makes modern activewear. And the idea is that the pieces kind of transcend further than just wearing them to the gym or when you're active. A lot of the pieces can kind of be worn day to day as well, which I think is great to have multi-use pieces, not just things that are limited to one activity. The first top I've got is this cropped tank top that has a square neck. I am obsessed with this top already. Apologies if you can see deodorant marks. I have I wore some of these pieces over the last couple of days and haven't put them in the wash just yet. Yeah, obsessed with this top so much. As we, now that we're slightly in the warmer months, I'm not wearing my t-shirts as much as more when I'm running. I'm wearing more like vests and crop tops. But I have to say I'm not someone who likes to have too much skin on show around this area. I still like to be quite covered up. And this tank is perfect because it's got really thick straps. It is cropped, but it sits just above the belly button. So if I've got high-waisted leggings on as well, I've only got a little bit of my sort of torso on show. The back is completely solid as well, so there's no crisscross straps or anything like that. It's also extremely, extremely thick. So I am fully sucked in and supported when I'm wearing this. Not that I need a huge amount of support, as you can see, but when I am running or when I'm working out, I quite like to feel secure and like sucked in and very streamlined. I don't like running in loose things or working out in loose things. I'm much more of a sort of tight person. This is a size small. I have to say it was a bit of a struggle to get it on, but once it was on, it was on. There was no way I'd be getting the extra small on. But I find that in general with activewear, you kind of have to, well, I personally just feel like I always go a size up because otherwise things are uncomfortably tight. This is tight, but in a comfortable way. I just feel very secure in this. But yeah, I just really like how lots of my torso is covered up, but then I've still got my arms on show, so they're nice and breathable. I also really like the square neck. I feel like that's a very modern, angular detail. And then the second top I got, also from the Live the Process, is more of a typical bralette, like a cropped bralette. Very minimal. I really like this sort of subtle V-neck. I've been wearing this more so when I'm doing Pilates or maybe an ab workout, things that are less high impact, shall we say. I also got this in a size small, and this is also quite thick and sturdy and has some quite nice detailing on the front. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I love this, and actually when I put it on I thought this could actually look really nice with a pair of high-waisted trousers and then a shirt thrown over the top when it's nice and warm. Which I guess that's the whole point of Live the Process, isn't it? To sort of transcend those, to be worn elsewhere within life, not just when you're active. So I'm very pleased with those two because I feel like I've got all bases covered. I've got running, got my Pilates, I've got my gym workouts all covered. Then the next two pieces are both bottoms from a brand called Girlfriend Collective. By the way, both of these activewear brands are new to me. I'm really glad I discovered Girlfriend Collective because looking into the brand a bit more, they seem to be doing so much work into becoming a much more eco-conscious brand. Also a diverse brand in terms of size inclusivity and the models that they use, and just all in all, I feel like an activewear brand that is really championing change, which I really quite like, because I think within activewear, there is quite a big conversation around activewear not being inclusive and not being sustainable because of the materials used. So it's really nice to discover a brand that are trying to make a change. I'm also very pleased to discover Girlfriend Collective because I finally found some leggings that fit me. I am 5'3", so leggings tend to be way too long, or I have to buy the, like cropped leggings that are meant to sit just below the knee, so that on me they sit kind of mid-calf. However, these are perfect. So these are I think these are called the high waist 7 compression leggings. So they are meant to be like a 7/8 length, but on me, they are perfect. They're extremely high waisted. They're extremely, extremely sturdy. I mean, they're compression leggings, so they completely suck you in and just support you, but in a comfortable way. I know in the past I've definitely had leggings that have kind of like cut in around my belly and just felt really uncomfortable around my bum. These don't. They just kind of like sort of suck everything in, make you feel much more streamlined, make you feel secure without being uncomfortable. And I have to say, they do not budge. So I've been wearing these a lot when I'm running with the tank top, the square necked one. These did not move a millimetre, and that's not even an exaggeration. They didn't move a single inch at all. Stayed in place the whole time I was running, so I was really, really impressed with them. And then the second pair of bottoms, unfortunately, I've just realised I think are in the washing machine, but they are a bike short version of these. So they're just as high-waisted, they're also compression leggings, but they are shorter, so they sit above my knee. And I've been using those more so with the bralette when I've been doing Pilates or if I've been doing an ab workout, or if it is extremely hot and I can't face running in full length leggings. So I'm really pleased with all 4 pieces because I feel like I've discovered 2 new great brands. I also just get really excited now about going out for a run or going to the gym because I'm like, oh, I get to wear my new things. And I've managed to cover all active bases. I've also picked out some non-active wear pieces. So do you remember, you know that Cecily Barnson dress that I've got, the big poofy black one? I wore it in a vlog a couple of weeks ago to a wedding. I'll insert a sort of video clip here. It is an absolutely stunning dress, probably my favourite dress. It literally takes my breath away every time I pull it out of the wardrobe. It's so beautiful. Sadly, it doesn't get much wear, obviously COVID related, but also because it's such a showstopper of a dress, it's not really something I feel I can wear, you know, down to Tesco's or whatever. I mean, I could do if I really wanted, but it's not a dress that gets a lot of wear because it is such a statement. I do tend to save it for quite special occasions, but it's just such a gorgeous dress. And I was thinking to myself, I would love to be able to have something kind of like that is a bit more easier to wear, say like to a barbecue or a nice dinner or something like that. So I thought, right, I'm gonna go on Farfetch and look through other things that Cecily Barnson do, because I know she's not just limited to dresses, she does skirts, tops, shoes, and I found this. Da, 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 da. It's practically a top version of the dress. Obviously I'll insert a cutaway so you can actually see it because it's kind of hard to show you. Yeah, virtually a top equivalent of the dress. It's just so beautiful, as with everything that Cecily Barnson does. The most gorgeous sort of embossed floral detailing, just stunning. Has that kind of band at the top, then flares out, and then at the back there's the kind of Cecily's signature sort of tie detailing that she does. It's just absolutely stunning, and I thought this was a much more wearable version of the dress, basically. In my head I'm kind of picturing this worn with black tailored trousers, or could be worn with like some nice slouchy jeans or some black tailored shorts potentially. And it's definitely the kind of top that I just would love to play around with that high-low kind of styling of something really nice on top and then just pairing it back with, like I said, a pair of jeans or flip-flops, you know, like really playing with that contrast. It's so beautiful, and it's the type of thing that I'm very eager now for someone to invite me to like a barbecue or some sort of like birthday drinks or something so I can wear this, because it's exactly what I was kind of looking for as an alternative to that dress that brings me so much joy when I wear it. And I feel like this top's going to do exactly the same as that. Then I also picked out 2 pairs of shorts, one of which I actually think will go really well with the Cecily Barnson top. They're both from a brand called Closed, which is a brand that is new to me. I only just discovered through browsing through Farfetch. And looking more into the brand, it feels like a brand that sits slightly above high street, maybe premium high street. And it also seems like a brand that is doing a lot more work in terms of becoming more eco-conscious and being much more conscious about the materials that they pick. And looking at the kind of styles that the brand do offer, everything does feel quite timeless, quite minimal, very easy to wear pieces that will just kind of like keep going season after season after season. So I've picked out 2 pairs of shorts, the first being these very sort of like 90s style mum shorts, but this is the kind of shorts that I like to wear. I'm not really a sort of denim hot pack kind of person. I much prefer slightly longer shorts that are a bit looser. So these are a linen blend. So they've got that very sort of like nice textured linen feel to them, pleated at the front and then sort of balloon out. Obviously you'll see in the cutaways, but they really remind me of something that I would have seen my mum wear when she was a lot younger. But all in all, just like such a classic white tailored short that weirdly it wasn't something I owned until now. And I wore them so much, like last week when it was really hot. Absolutely love these. And then also picked out kind of like a black equivalent. These are slightly different in that they are shorter. So you can see that the white ones have got a turn up at the bottom. These ones don't. Slightly shorter, but they've still got the pleats on the front and they kind of balloon out at the sides. These are, I think these are 100% virgin wool. Yeah. So they have a slightly different feel to them. Very smooth, very soft. They feel very slinky, quite thin and lightweight feeling. These are the shorts I think might look quite nice with the Cecily Banson top. Kind of got a look in my head, which I'll probably put in the cutaway. And then, last but not least, because I feel like I need to wrap this up, it's a bag from, a very cute little bag from Paloma Wool, which I know is a brand that lots of you will already be aware of. They've been around for a long, long time. I think they were probably one of the first kind of independent brands that I discovered when I first joined Instagram. Such a beautiful brand, and this is just a little cotton bag that's almost in that sort of, that blue colour that you've seen me wearing quite a lot. What am I trying to think of? Klein blue, basically. Obviously would love to be wearing this out to dinner whilst on holiday, but that won't be happening anytime soon. So instead, I mean, I don't tend to carry a lot around with me in the summer. It is just a case of like lip balm, sunglasses, keys, you know, like the essentials. So this will be a great bag actually for the weekend, you know, when I'm going to someone's barbecue. You can tell I'm really eager to be invited to a barbecue. Please, someone invite me to a barbecue so I can wear all these lovely new pieces together. Or just day to day, to be honest. If I was meeting up with someone and wasn't carrying much, this would be a very nice bag. Crook of the arm. Could wear it like that if you wanted. So they are the pieces that I've picked from Farfetch, and I hopefully you will agree I've chosen positively. I feel like I've very successfully managed to do that. But yeah, all the details of the discount code and the T's and C's will be in the description box below. And just thank you so much to Farfetch for working with me, and also thank you to those who watch and support the sponsored portions of my vlog. Anyway, regular vlogging will now resume. Sadly, we've come to the end of the heat wave, and it's now just really humid and wet and grey. So I'm trying to find that middle ground with my outfits where I'm not going to get too clammy, but equally I'm protected from the rain. And I think this is where the knitted vest really comes into its own, because you get a bit of ventilation in the armpit area. I'm wearing my Studio Nicholson trench because it is, I don't know if it's fully waterproof, because I haven't actually tested it out in a full-on downpour yet, but it's certainly water or like shower proof, because I've been caught in a couple of showers recently and it's got a kind of water repellent coating on it, so the water just sort of runs off it as opposed to soaking into it. So it's been great in showers. The knitted vest in question underneath is a MHL Margaret Howell, just plain black one. You're not gonna be able to see that very well. And then belt is also Margaret Howell. And my trousers, which are new, are vintage. They are from a vintage shop online called the Level Store. I might talk about these in depth when I've got a bit more time. Surprise, surprise, I'm in a rush to get out of the door. And they are one of those online shops that kind of do curated vintage, lots of nice 90s minimal / kind of preppy vintage. And it's all curated nicely, so a lot of the fits are like spot on, the condition is always great. And I followed them for ages, and I've wanted to make a purchase for so long, but I think I've just always been a bit worried, just in terms of fit and having to go to the tailor and then having to spend more on tailoring than the item actually costs, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, to be honest. But these fit like a dream. They're so good. They're like gentleman's slacks. Remind me of something that you would have seen in a 90s Ralph Lauren advert, potentially. But I might talk about them further along in the vlog. And then because it's raining, so I've dug out my GH Bass loafers. I have had these for years. They're such a classic. I don't know why I don't wear them more often, because they're so comfortable. I just feel like you can't really go wrong with them. Sorry, it's really dark and gloomy, so you might not actually be able to see that. Okay, that's a bit better. And then my bag that I'm going to take today is the new little Liffner tulip tote. If you've watched my bag review, you'll know I've got the... Wait, I can't remember what this one's called. This is an updated version of the tulip tote. They've slightly changed the shape of it, and I think they've made the handles longer. But I much prefer this version already, I have to say. I might do a full in-depth review of this at some point because I have acquired a couple of new handbags recently. But anyway, this is its first outing today. I'm going to London, by the way. I didn't actually mention that. So this will be a good test for it because it's full to the brim. I've got all my essentials in there, including my umbrella. So this will be like a really good test for it, I think. Anyway, that is today's outfit. Yeah, I'm going to London because I'm previewing something really cool, which you will see in the footage next. And then I'm going to a wine tasting, which I'm quite looking forward to. As you can see, yesterday's vlogging ended quite abruptly, as always, as it always does with things like this. I'm terrible, I forget to vlog, and it's because I'm with people that I forget to vlog, because I get so caught up in just like being with that person, like talking to that person, that I completely forget to pick up my vlogging camera. And my friend who I was with at the exhibition yesterday, Abby, whenever we're together, all we do is talk, just non-stop talking. And I hadn't seen her for ages, not since like last summer, I don't think. So we had a lot to talk about. We had to put the world to rights. But it was lovely, really, really nice to see her. Very nice way to spend an afternoon strolling around an exhibition with pretty much no one else in it. I feel incredibly lucky to have been invited to preview an exhibition before it opens. Such a special thing, like, because I love stuff like that, you know. I love going to exhibitions, galleries. It's probably one of my favourite ways to spend an afternoon. So to be able to do that with virtually no one else around felt very special. And me and Abby were only supposed to be there for half an hour, like we were allocated a half-hour slot. We ended up being there for 2 hours because we were just strolling around really slowly, just talking about everything, which was really lovely. And it was so nice that they didn't sort of like, kind of like usher us along and sort of tell us to leave. I think because there wasn't really anyone in there, they didn't mind us just sort of walking around for a while. So that was really nice. But then after that, we were just sat talking for so long, hence why I didn't vlog. And then I went to a wine tasting, which I'm really gutted I didn't document because, I mean, I didn't even take any photos of it because it was such a lovely evening. But again, just got so caught up in conversation. By the time I remembered my vlogging camera was in my bag, I was on the train home. So sadly, is my camera telling me, oh, it doesn't take long to fill up a memory card. But yeah, the wine tasting was really nice. So last summer, I sort of connected with this, with a woman called Hannah Crosby on Instagram, and she's a wine writer. She knows a lot about wine, and she's just all round really nice person and takes lovely photos of wine. And found out that she was doing like these IRL sort of like wine club evenings, and I thought, actually I really want to go along to one of these and meet her because she seems very nice and it'll be a lovely way to meet someone new. So I went there with a couple of friends and it was really nice. So I'm just doing the sort of back of the hair check. It was such a nice evening, but again, just an evening where you just sit and talk continuously, and then before you know it, the night is done. I am tired this morning. I got in at 12:30, which I don't think is actually too bad, But for a nana like me, who likes an early night, you know, I mean, we've seen that I can go to bed at 7:30 if I really want to. 12:30 felt exceptionally late, especially on a school night. Who am I? Going back to the exhibition, sorry, I know I've kind of spoken about this in a bit of a up and down kind of way. The exhibition was actually awesome. It's predominantly celebrating Charlotte Perriand. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it in a French accent because I feel like English people just cannot do a French accent. But there is obviously also information about Corbusier and Corbusier's cousin, I cannot remember his name, Généré, is that how you pronounce his surname? So there is information about them because obviously the three of them are quite heavily linked and worked together. If you are into that kind of era of furniture, you will know a lot about it already. I didn't know huge amounts. I was very familiar with her work and also Corbusier's and Généré's work. I mean, so many of you will recognise their work, and it is referenced a lot in furniture that is being made now. It's having such a resurgence, especially like leather and chrome is having quite a moment. So it's super interesting because you can kind of really see where people are getting their influences from at the moment. And there is a room, so that this is what I wanted to talk about. There is a room Oh hello, it is me with a walking sandal update for you all. I have a new Teva variation to show you and I'm really liking them, much more so than the two other pairs of walking sandals I showed in the previous vlog. Yeah, really liking these, so I'll show you in the mirror in just a moment. God, they look good. I'm having a very hormonal afternoon, hence my appearance, if you know what I mean. Anyway, sandals. So lots of very good recommendations on the previous video. The most highly recommended brand was a US brand called Chaco, I believe it's pronounced, C-H-A-C-O. So many people recommended them. Unfortunately, they're not very readily available here in the UK, which I was a bit gutted about because when I looked at them, I actually really liked the design. They had a very unique design with sort of Z straps. I did find a few stockists here in the UK, but sadly, I think due to their popularity, just out of stock in my size everywhere. So I was gutted about that, but the second most highly recommended sandal was the Teva Hurricane XLT2, something along those lines. If you Google Teva Hurricane, it comes up and there's some other jargon after it. I like these a lot. So I actually bought them on eBay. A bit of a risk buying them secondhand because I wasn't sure if they would fit or if I would like them and then I wouldn't be able to return them. I mean, I could sell them on because they are unworn, but I did feel like it was a bit of a risk. But I managed to get them for something like £35, which I feel like, I can't remember how much they are brand new, but you know, 35 is a lot cheaper than their retail price. But yeah, as I was saying, I like these a lot. Very minimal, you know, there's not a lot going on. Literally the only thing that is happening is the tiny little bit of Teva branding there. I really like that all three straps are adjustable. Sometimes with sandals of this nature, the back strap isn't adjustable. So I like that I can completely adjust them to my feet. I really like the sole. It's chunky, it's very comfortable, it feels very flexible. I was a little bit worried at first that this front bit was a little bit too high, but actually when I've been walking around the house in them, I think it sits perfectly. If you remember in the last video, when I was talking about the Nike ACGs, I was worried that the strap was a little bit too high up, so this actually sits in a really good position. The best thing about them is how wide they are. So I actually have quite wide feet. My toes do tend to sit quite far apart from each other. So the very wide round fronts of the sandals is much appreciated. I like that a lot. All in all, I can't really say anything bad about them. I really like them. So these at the moment are the front runner for my sandals for when we go to Wales in September. Potentially I might order a couple of other pairs just to do some sort of comparisons because there are a few other pairs that I'd like to try, but I actually don't think these will be beaten. They certainly won't be beaten easily. So thank you to all of you who recommended these. So I have rather unexpectedly found myself with an entire afternoon free to do whatever I wish with, because two of the, like I was supposed to have two quite long Zoom calls back to back this afternoon, which was going to take up my entire afternoon pretty much. They've both been rearranged for later on in the week, which means I now just have this entirely free afternoon to myself, which is great. The hormonal feeling within me has been telling me, sit on the sofa, spend an afternoon sat on the sofa, which isn't a bad idea and is something I would be very, very tempted to do had I not have got dolled up. I say dolled up, I've just done my makeup and my hair for the Zoom calls. So because I've got ready, I kind of want to go out. Not to like show off that I've, got ready, but just feel like, oh, I've put the effort in. Might as well just go out. So actually I'm going to take myself out for a walk just for a couple of hours, have a little wander around some shops, have a little wander around the city, and just enjoy. I'm going to put my headphones in and just enjoy having some time, just me, myself and I having a wander around. Haven't actually been out for a little walk for a while. It was something I would do quite regularly during that last lockdown, but have kind of fallen out of the habit. So I'm kind of really looking forward to this. And I'm back. I'm just going to show you the two books that I picked up whilst I was out. I just popped the peonies in a vase. Very, very nice. Although I'm a little bit worried that this room could be a tiny bit too bright for them. I know peonies they don't do well in direct sunlight, do they? So I might have to move them. Whoop, sorry, I'm just putting you on the tripod. Okay, so two books that I purchased while I was out from the bookshop. Small Pleasures by Claire Chambers, a book that, when reading the blurb, I have to be honest, didn't really pique my interest. What has piqued my interest is the amount of rave reviews that I've seen of this book, and also just the amount of people that have recommended it to me. A huge number of people have said good things about this book. So this was a classic case of picking up a book based on the hype of it. So I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much, because sometimes in the past when this has happened, I've felt a little bit underwhelmed when reading the book. But excited to try it nonetheless, and I think we can all agree the cover is very nice. And then the second book I purchased is Nervous Conditions by Tsitsi Dangaremba. The blurb on this reads, 2 decades before Zimbabwe would win independence and end white minority rule, 13-year-old Tambudze Zagorke embarks on her education. On her shoulders rest the economic hopes of her parents, siblings and extended family, and within her burns the desire for independence. A timeless coming-of-age tale and a powerful exploration of cultural imperialism. Nervous Conditions charts Tambu's journey to personhood in a nation that is also emerging. I like the sound of this a lot. And it has a very nice cover as well. I'm just going to show you also the book that I purchased when I was at the Design Museum earlier in the week. No, last week, whenever. Because lots of people always ask, like, where do I get like art books from or coffee table books from? And gallery gift shops and museum gift shops tend to be a great place to get those kinds of books. Also, if you're looking for something a bit older, I guess, antique shops and charity shops are also great. There's an antique shop near me that I always find absolute gems in every time I go. I mean, some of the best art books I've found have been in this antique shop, and they're usually always between like £3 to £10. So yeah, get digging around in antique shops, because you never know what you're going to find, and often like places like that are so disorganised, so you really do have to have a good dig around. Anyway, this is the book that I purchased, the Charlotte Perriand exhibition book. So this is the book that was made to go alongside the exhibition. Whenever I go to a show or an exhibition, I do try and buy the exhibition book, because often once they sell out, that's them gone for good. They don't get restocked. And then what happens is they end up on eBay for like triple the price. So I do my best to buy the exhibition book as and when I can. I think this was $24.99. It's a pretty hefty book. It's hardback. It's a solid book. Has a very nice mint green cover with this kind of fluorescent green writing on. Just very beautiful cover, and has a very nice texture to it as well. And then inside, I'm going to try and show you, but I probably won't be able to do this very well. Inside is all of the information that was obviously in the show, along with more information, additional images. It's kind of like a book form of the exhibition, but you get a bit more as well, like images that weren't included. So I'm looking forward to having a good flick through this. I think this is definitely going to be one that goes out on display on the coffee table. Speaking of coffee tables, hopefully in the next vlog I will have a new coffee table, which I'm just like, finally, I can't believe this is happening. I ordered the coffee table in October. Yeah, October, and it has been, I'm not even going to get into it, but I'm just pleased that it's finally going to get picked up and delivered next week, hopefully, if it all goes to plan. And actually, I'm just going to show you a couple more books that, if you are interested in these kinds of, you know, like books, then might pique your interest. I'm just going to go run and get them. So this one, I haven't actually taken the plastic off yet. I got sent this, which was madness, because I just couldn't believe I'd been sent such a big, incredible book, Bauhaus book. This is extremely heavy. It's very big. But yeah, I actually need to take the wrapper off and have a good look through it. And then for my birthday, Dean bought me this Cornelia Parker book. Apologies if this is not of interest and you're not really into art. I totally get if this is boring. But Cornelia Parker is an artist that I'm a big fan of, and I've been very lucky to see a few pieces of her work. So I'm just trying to flick through to find what I think is a very well-known piece of hers. I think lots of people might recognise. A lot of her work is, she tends to blow things up quite often and then kind of put them back together and display them, or she collects things and then suspends them in galleries. This is the piece. She had a shed exploded. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, it might seem like I'm rushing this, but it's because my camera's flashing at me. This is just the story of my life. The battery on this is so bad. That's the shed in the gallery, and then she had it blown up, and then she kind of suspended all the pieces in the gallery. But yeah, she does a lot of stuff like that, where she will take things apart or collect things and suspend them in big rooms. Right, I actually think I'm going to sign off here because I didn't realise how long this week's vlog would actually end up being. I just didn't realise how long I would talk about the Farfetch thing, basically, which has made the vlog a lot longer than I anticipated. So I do apologise that I didn't manage to do the career chat this week, but it will definitely be in the next vlog. So this is me saying goodbye to you all. Another week done. I hope you're all doing really well. Like I said at the start, next week's vlog will be on the 4th of July, is that the date I worked out? So not the Sunday coming up, the Sunday after. So I shall see you all then.